everyone, welcome to our channel. I'm Hannah.
And I am Dylan.
And if you've been here for a while, you know that we are Twin Flame Ascension coaches on the Twin Flame Journey in Twin Flames in Harmonious Union. And we have an update for you, which you probably saw from the title, but we are engaged.
We did the thing.
We did it. We did it right away.
Yeah, and for us, this really just solidifies like our eternal union, you know. And for a period of time, I had didn't know how I felt about marriage, but when I met Hannah, it was like, why wouldn't we get married? You know, it's not about like the paperwork and all that. It's about the spiritual aspect of solidifying what is already there in spirit, and really allowing us to step into that energy of just being in that energy of in that vibration of being married. And it feels so peaceful, and especially being in a harmonious union, it has allowed us to really just invite even more peace into our lives, just to know that that it's solid, that there's a foundation. Like, we've added a layer to our foundation. Definitely. And it just feels like we can build anything on that. And so and you can build anything on top of your harmonious union, and on your marriage, like if it's solidified in that truth and that love of being with your person, then you can build anything on that, and it'll last.
Amen. Yeah, I love that. That's beautiful, babe. And for me, growing up, it was like I knew I always wanted to get married and find my person, and I felt in my heart that there was like one person out there for me. I didn't know who it was, who it would be, but when Dylan and I came into union, it was so obvious that like you were the one and I was the one for you. And so getting engaged has been the next step for us. Since we came into union, we had a lot of things to, ground, right? Like, we came into union, we bought our first home together, we started our Twin Flame Ascension coaching business. We've done so much, and since we've came together, that this was like the natural next step that, like you were saying, like is really a reflection of the commitment we've already made, right, in our hearts to ourselves, to each other, and to God. And it feels really, really good, like really, really good. When it comes to the Twin Flame journey, right, like you are meant to get married to your twin flame. You're meant to make that eternal commitment. And with your twin flame, it's not like until death do us part, right? That's what we hear in a lot of vows nowadays with soulmate relationships, because it's not going to be this eternal marriage, right? But with your twin flame, it is, right? It's not just this lifetime, it's every lifetime. When you heal into your harmonious union, you get to keep that forever, right? And like getting engaged and getting married with them is just a reflection of that commitment that you've already made. And so I think in this video, we just wanted to update you guys. A huge life update for those of you who've been following us for like years now. We've actually been in union 3 years, and we got engaged on 7/11, which was the day, 3 years to the day after Dylan first reached out to me on Instagram. And if you know our story, he wasn't a stranger reaching out. We've known each other since we were kids and went to high school and college together.
So we kind of rekindled a relationship that was always meant to be, that never actually got started. Like, it was like kindling a new relationship, but like we knew each other growing up, small town, dads went to high school together, played hockey together, grandparents knew each other. So there was so much there that had already been like stabilized, and it wasn't like it was random families coming together, which is fine, but for us it just felt so natural, just to have our families conjoin, and at our engagement party, our dads were just like kicking it, like cracking jokes and just off in their own little world together, and it was just cool to see, and it just showed us how aligned our union is. And even if they don't see it, that's okay. Like we see it for what it is, and and we are so grateful to have that that support, and that love all around us. And and like the purpose of this video is to just share like how we got engaged, tell us a little bit of the story, or tell you a little bit of the story of how we got engaged, and just to reflect on that and to fill you in with like the juicy experience that we had, and and to really like iterate that we're we're like normal people, we're not special, like this is meant for everyone. And if you've always had that desire in your heart to be with your person, to marry like your person, that like we're right here showing you that you can, that it's not a fantasy, that it's very tangible, and the steps have been like laid out for you if you desire to walk that path. And
I think that's such a good point too. And I think what like what we hope to share with getting engaged and getting married with the world is like just how real this is. Like it's not some like, let go of this lie that like you and your twin flame aren't meant to be together, or that you're just meant to be each other's in each other's lives for a period of time and then go your separate ways, because that's simply not true. Like your twin flame is the one created for you to live eternally within love, right? They're your greatest teacher, your best friend, your perfect partner, your ultimate lover. And it's really cool because as we've been, like relaxing into this new vibration, it's such an amazing feeling, because when you're engaged to your twin flame, and when you get married to your twin flame, especially with the understanding of your union, with healing, like with the knowledge that this is an ascension path and that God goes first, like there's absolutely like no possibility of divorce, of separation, of being uncertain that like, oh, is this really my person, right? Like there's literally none of that, which I feel in today's culture there's so much of.
When I got down on one knee, there was no doubt in my mind whatsoever that she was going to say yes. Right? There was no thought of, oh, I hope she says yes. It was like guaranteed. It was just the aspect of doing that was such a cool experience, and having that knowing that she was gonna say yes, and there was not a single doubt in my mind, not a single worry. The main thing for me was just organizing it in a way that felt really good.
And everyone deserves that certainty. Like that's the truth of God, is that God is certain. And I've heard people in the past like who've gotten married and things, and they'll say, I knew like going into it he wasn't the one, right? Like he wasn't my twin flame. But when you choose true love, when you choose your twin flame, you choose God's love for you, there's none of that, and there's nothing that beats that peace and that knowing and that certainty, because it's just divine truth. Like it's it's really, really cool. And like now we're just aligning with at how we were created, because twin flames are already created as one in marriage by God. It goes all the way back to Adam and Eve, right? The first twin flames ever created in the Bible. But like it's throughout all of our history is this truth that there's one person for everyone, and that couldn't be more true. And we're living that experience, we're living that truth, and we're a walking testimony to what's possible when you apply this teaching that we share, the teachings of union. You too will be engaged to your twin flame and married to your twin flame, and you won't have to worry about that insecurity or that doubt or that fear. The last thing I'll say before we get into the juicy details is like as we've been kind of beginning the wedding planning and stuff, we're using like a wedding website, and it was so like my heart, like seeing on the wedding website they have all these things like, oh, your budget, your venues, all these different things, and then on there is like a tab for your prenup, and I'm like seriously, wow, like that sucks, to like go into a marriage with that. And like that's kind of where a lot of society is at today, and why what we're teaching is so transcendental to the planet, right? Because with your harmonious union, marrying your twin flame, there's no back door, because you don't need one, you don't want one, you don't even think about one.
There's no like if we separate someday, then we want to make sure that this is,
right.
That's all, like, that's bullshit. It's not, like, that's not a part of our relationship, because we know that we will be together for the rest of our lives. And it's that inner knowing that everybody desires to have in a relationship, where, it's only the caution, like, fear of, like, oh, like, if, what if we don't make it, what if something happens and we have to separate and stuff. But with your twin flame, in harmonious union, you build this understanding that we're meant to be here together and that we can get through anything together. But it's also this deep peace that's grounded in our relationship that allows us to feel that inner knowing, and where there's no question that we can't get through anything that comes our way. It's just we know, and we don't have to feed into the what if that society might say.
It's an eternal commitment, with your twin flame. You don't even consider otherwise, because, like, from our experience, like, we feel and we know we're created for each other as one, and when that's the case, you're created to grow together, so, like, it doesn't matter who we grow into in this life or the next, like, we're always going to be growing together, and that's the coolest part. Like, that's what I love. It's one of the coolest parts, And with a soulmate or, whatever, you can only grow so much, and then you reach a limit where you can't go beyond that.
You have to sacrifice parts of what you really enjoy in life to make sure that the other person is happy.
Right.
But with our lives, like, we continuously and naturally grow together and support each other in the things that we love, and and, like, we just naturally can do that because it feels good, and we know that our relationship with God is first. And so if each one of us is nurturing that relationship with God and ourselves, then we can easily and effortlessly, like, show up for the other person and show up for each other.
So many gems in this one. This is great. Feels good. Cool. So should we get into the fun stuff?
Let's tell the story of our engagement.
Strap in.
So our first camping trip. This is our first camping trip. We're in South Haven, Michigan, and I'm juiced about it. I'm feeling really good that Hannah wants to go camping with me. I grew up camping, so it was like being out in the woods with Hannah and being able to go to the beach in South Haven and
right on Lake Michigan.
Right on Lake Michigan. There's, like, it's a great place for, like, rock hounds, and some sand dunes and stuff, and so it was just a beautiful area. And my plan was to go to the state park. And it's so funny because the name was so familiar to me, and I'm sure I saw it on a map at some point in my life, and I thought I had been there before. And when we get to the state park, it's about 9:00, and I realized that I've never been here. This is completely different. Like, there's gonna have to be some new plan, right? And
but before this, we went to dinner.
I didn't know how long you wanted to go
back. No, it's fine. I can just tell a little bit.
Okay.
Before this, like, we went to dinner, and it was really cool. We went and got, like, oysters at this bar, and then we went to this nice little dinner, and it was just the most blissful and beautiful night. Like, it was perfect weather. It was so beautiful out. We had a delicious meal. Like, it was just really, really nice. And throughout, like, this time, I thought to myself, like, it would be awesome, to get engaged here, like, maybe. But really, like...
It was in our consciousness, though. Like, she even brought it up at dinner, like, how we would tell our clients when we got engaged and how cool it would be. And I was just sitting there, like...
But in my mind, thinking, it might be, like, Christmas time. It might be, like... Like, I really was, like, surrendered, and, like, this is my greatest dream. This is our greatest dream, right? And, like, it took a lot of surrender and just trust in God, right? So, like, throughout the night, I was like, maybe not, maybe not. Like, I was just giving it all to God, right? This is what we teach. It's like, you have the dream, and then you give it to God. And so that's what I did, like, again and again, this whole night. Same thing I did when we first came into union. Like, as I was like realizing my love for you, I kept surrendering you to God too. Not attaching myself to it. Like, at no point was I like, oh, this is happening tonight. Like, oh, like I was like, that would be cool. Like, but God, it's up to you, right? So then flash forward to getting to the beach, and it was basically at Blue Hour. It was beautiful.
It was Blue Hour, so which is right after sunset, and so yeah, it was just a really calm, serene night on Lake Michigan. Very like minimal to no waves, like quiet and just peaceful. And we start walking down to the beach, and like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this or how it's gonna work, but I'm just gonna give it to God. And I was fully surrendered that it was going to work out perfectly, and that like the idea behind this all that I didn't really fill you in on yet is that we're gonna do a photo shoot. And so
that's why we were at the beach. Like, we had planned to do this because we do photo shoots all the time. Like, if you follow us on Instagram at Dylan is Hannah, you'll see we love to do photo shoots together. It's really fun and creative for us. So that wasn't something that was like, oh, like in my head, like, oh, we're doing a photo shoot on the beach. Like, it has to be this. Like, it was like, oh, we're doing a photo shoot on the beach. That's like, of course we are.
I'm a photographer, so I didn't need to hire someone else.
Yeah.
We'll share some of the photos here on the video if you haven't seen them. But I knew what I needed to do to set up my camera and, take interval time shots, to capture the moment. So that was all okay. It was just, where are we going to do it? How's it going to happen? And so we start walking north down the beach, and it's pretty empty, not too many people, but there are some people that I was hoping would leave the area, and they did. Yeah, and we found this amazing piece of driftwood that was directly parallel with the water. So and it was probably like 15 feet long, like glowing white. It was so cool, like just like the ideal piece of driftwood to sit on and take pictures. And so that's what we did.
Yeah.
Hannah sat down, I got out my camera, I started taking pictures of her, just like any other shoot, just getting some pictures of my beautiful lady. And and then I set up a light behind the log, and behind the driftwood. And so this is the light that I set up. It's a LumaCube, really nice light. These are about 5 years old, 6 years old to me now. They have probably newer versions. It's like a USB-C charger or whatever. But they're really nice for photography because they're small. You can use them in like any situation where you just need like a constant light source. And so I set that up behind the log, and you'll see on the photos, you can see the light like glowing under the log, and it made it just like this really cool scene, and kind of lit up Hannah a little bit. And so that was set up. And then I set my camera up on the tripod and set it to take a picture every 2 seconds. Should have done 1 second. That's all right. Got every 2 seconds. So I go down and sit with Hannah, and we take some photos, and and I'm thinking in the back of my head, like, okay, how is this gonna work? And this idea like popped into my head, thank God, and I was like, oh, okay, I can. And it was literally not planned at all. I had another one of these lights in my bag, and I told her, I'm gonna go get another light. And so I get up, go to my camera bag right next to the camera, and I grab the ring box. I grab the ring box, and I say, okay, so I'll have one light in my pocket, and then I'll have the other light over there. So I'll have 2 lights, and one will be in my pocket. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Just so you know. So
I didn't know that.
So she thought that the box in my pocket, which was bulging out like a big square, was the light.
I did. I totally did.
And it was totally last minute, just seed planted by God. And so I walked back to the log with the ring in my pocket and start casually taking some more photos with Hannah. And and then I said, okay, I want to use this other light. As Hannah's trying to say, I want to do it this way or something like that. I'm like, hold on. I want to get out this other light. And so I stood up and reached in my pocket, and we'll show a picture of me taking the ring out. And I get down on my knee and say, Hannah, I love you so much. Will you marry me and spend the rest of your life with me? And showed her the ring. And she was in shock.
Yeah.
She did not know it was coming. And so I'll let you take over here from your perspective that moment.
It was so beautiful. It was like, I was shocked because at this point, right, like I thought the ring was a light, so I had surrendered this completely. I was like, okay, it's not happening tonight. It's okay, all good. And then it did. And so I was like, oh my, like I said yes, of course, and then I get down with him on my knees too, and I'm like, am I dreaming? Like, is this real?
Yeah,
like, it was so cute. And it just was amazing, you know, and it really was like a total dream come true. And that night, like, I just had
so
that.
Romantic.
It was so romantic. It was just like, oh, so romantic and peaceful and loving, and like, it was perfect. Like,
I didn't fall into a waterfall or anything.
No, yeah, I saw this like crazy video. Like it was just perfect, you know, and like and like it just showed me on every level that like all of my dreams are gonna come true. Every single one is meant to come true, which I already knew, right? But like it was just a confirmation of that, and like a reflection of my commitment to God, right, and to myself and to you, and it was beautiful. It was amazing, you know. It was the most energy I think that ever coursed through my body or my system. Like I think it's really is, you know, to engage, especially to your twin flame, is like it's the highest vibration we've like touched, you know, of course, until we get married, right? But like it was really powerful and absolutely just incredible. And yeah, like I can't really convey all the emotion because it was shock, it was joy, it was like like I even was just like, wow, like I'm just so loved, you know, like so loved. And yeah, to be like claimed in that way, even though like we've talked about it, we knew like it was it was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm so grateful.
Yeah. Hannah knew it was in the works because I had said it's in the works like the last year.
Yeah. And we've talked about like getting married and our wedding, you know, and on occasion.
Loosely, yeah. And
so for that to come to be, it was like it's my greatest dream in the world, you know.
Yeah, and for a few hours and that whole first night, we were the only ones that knew, even though like our parents knew that it was going to be happening you know, that weekend, but we hadn't told them yet, so it was only us and God that knew.
Yeah, it was special
for that first night. And it was just a really, really special moment. And
and then we've been celebrating ever since, like with our family and, you know, friends and community, and we felt so incredibly loved and honestly like honored to share this with you guys. Like it's such a gift from God, the whole experience, you know, and like even though we chose it and we claimed it, like it's still a gift from God, you know, and it's still like just this beautiful representation of God's love for us. And I think that's what we've been experiencing. It's like, feels like we're in like a honeymoon bubble right now, and it's really fun and cool. And I feel more in love with you than like I ever have. It's like, you know, more attraction, more love, more everything. And I feel more love from you than I ever have. It's like, it's like this new level of experience, you know, that we've really like healed into, you know, because it's not just like this play that we're playing out. It's like we've like achieved this vibration.
It's very real for us. And we see the contrast in other people's lives, and you know, we see the way that they live with their partner, you know, and we see that like this is really what the world wants, you know, in a relationship. And and it's very real and it's very tangible. And just to reiterate, it's like, it's not a fantasy. It's like we feel the peace within our relationship is so grounded, and like, we get to live our dream life every single day, and it's growing, just to like buy a home together, and buy a car together,
plan a wedding now.
Plan a wedding, and all the things that come into our life, and without needing to buy anything even, it's not about buying stuff. It's just about like leveling up and like being able to experience new things together. And and we really love that process, and and it like flows really nicely for us. And
and it's really just like another way of expressing yourself. Like this, like our engagement, I feel, is like just a new level of our soul's expression. Like we kind of talked about that, remember? Like and like the same with like your home, or like your job, or your purpose, or all the things, right? It's not about the things. When you're on the spiritual ascension path, it's about your expression. It's like, this is us expressing more of how we're created, in God. And so, like, I think to wrap up, like, your dreams are meant to come true, my friends. Like, we couldn't be where we are today without God, without the teachings of union, without the support of our community, our coaches, our spiritual teachers. Like, we've had so much support to get here. We didn't just like poof, like,
we
like,
didn't like
wish
wait for it,
right?
And just like wait for divine timing, and we didn't do that. Like, we actively like pursued what we wanted, and we applied the teachings, and before the teachings we did what we really felt called to. We followed our hearts all the way. So in conclusion, we're continuing to refine our lives with the teachings of union, and they've allowed us to really help to like provide more structure to our lives, while being able to like own our own business and pursue our like purpose, and like do the things that we really love, and like be together throughout each week, and like work from home, and not have to like go to a job you hate, and and do that, and like just
and
like
to really help people. Like our desire isn't just to be like, oh, we're engaged, like look at us. It's to say like, you get this too. Like, we would be honored to support you on your journey to harmonious union, to your engagement, to your marriage, and beyond, right? Because if we can do it, you could do it. That's the thing. That's the message of this video, is like, if you desire that romance, that partnership, that relationship that God really designed you for, like, there's a clear path. There is a clear way, right? It's about loving yourself, aligning further with your divinity, right? Through the mirror exercise, through ascension coaching, and through raising your vibration, and that's it. It's really simple. Like, it's not about tarot readings or energy healings or any of that stuff. It's simple. It's choosing it and doing the inner work to align with it. That's it. Good. Well, this is a lot longer than we thought it would be, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was really fun to just sit here and chat and talk about this and relive this experience. It was amazing, emotional, powerful, and we look forward to just where this next level is going to take all of you who do follow us and who watch our videos, because it's only going to up level what we can provide, right? Like, our union in the container of love we have now is it's even more, so we can give and share even more, which is amazing. So what should they do if they want to work with us?
Yeah, if you want to work with us, feel free to send us a message on Instagram or comment down below. Follow us on Dylan is Hannah. Check out our website, link down below, subscribe. All the things. Subscribe.
And there's a link down there for a 30-minute consultation if you want to just go right ahead and do it.
I missed that one,
Yeah, you got it. I'll do it. Nice. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today on our engagements YouTube video. This has been a lot of fun. Like Dylan said, like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, to keep following along for more Twin Flame healing, ascension, God, all the good content that we offer and share. Yeah, we love you all so much, and namaste.